We've all been in that situation, right? A family dinner that goes off the rails because of some small disagreement that just blows up. Well, today we're diving into a hilarious scene that perfectly captures what happens when family pride goes head-to-head with a menu nobody can read. It is a fantastic look at how not to order food. And it all kicks off with this single fiery question. This is the spark. A mother-in-law feels like her sophistication has just been challenged, and she draws a line in the sand. Suddenly, this isn't about dinner anymore. Oh no, it's about honor. So let's picture this. The family is in a Thai restaurant. The son-in-law is absolutely starving. He's getting impatient, trying to figure out what's on the menu. Meanwhile, the mother-in-law is taking her sweet time. You can already feel that tension just simmering under the surface. Okay, so a very polite waiter comes over and he sees they're kind of struggling. So he offers what he thinks is a helpful suggestion. He says, hey, we have Thai and European food, but since you're from Bangladesh, I can get you some familiar Bengali food. And then he says the magic words, because you might not be able to eat Thai food. Now he thinks he's being nice. He has no idea what he just started. Because what the waiter intended as a totally kind gesture, the mother-in-law hears as a massive insult. In her mind, he's not helping. He's basically calling them simple, uncultured people who can't handle foreign food. And that is an accusation she is not gonna let stand. So you see, her reaction isn't really about the food at all. It's all about this deep-seated fear of being judged, of looking unsophisticated, especially while they're traveling. So she decides, right then and there, that this meal is going to be proof of just how worldly she is. And this is the moment she throws down the gauntlet. She looks the waiter dead in the eye and asks, do you think we are Jaramavut? Now, this is a seriously loaded question. And to really get why it's such a big deal, you have to understand what that phrase actually means. Jaramavut is so much more than just calling someone a country bumpkin. It's got a real sting to it. It implies you're not just from a village, but you're so out of touch you're like a ghost that haunts it, totally clueless and out of place in the modern world. This is the stereotype she's fighting with everything she's got. Meanwhile, the poor son-in-law just wants to eat something. He tries to calm things down, saying, Mother, this isn't our food. We can't eat it. Let's just have the Bengali food. But his simple, practical logic is no match for her wounded pride. She's on a mission, and he's about to become collateral damage. So she grabs the menu, takes complete control. And even though she can't understand a single word on it, she starts confidently pointing at a bunch of different items. She declares that she, her daughter, the whole family can handle anything. Thai, Chinese, Japanese, bring it on. The waiter, who can probably see the train wreck coming, gives her one last out. He asks so politely, Madam, are you sure you can eat what you ordered? This is that final chance to back down before disaster strikes. And what does she do? Of course, she doubles down. She tells him to just bring the food and watch her eat it. And while his mother-in-law is making this grand, dramatic stand for her sophisticated taste, the son-in-law quietly makes the simplest request possible. Just give me some rice and aloo bharta. Mashed potatoes. It's a classic Bengali comfort food. The contrast couldn't be more perfect. And now, folks, the moment we've all been waiting for. The food starts coming to the table. First up, the son-in-law gets his safe, familiar, delicious plate of rice and mashed potatoes. And then comes her order. So on one side of the table, you've got the very picture of comfort and familiarity. And on the other, you have these two mysterious, exotic Thai specialties that she ordered in her fit of pride. So what exactly did she order? Oh, here we go. Her very sophisticated meal consists of fried grasshoppers, some lizards, cockroaches, fried frogs, and a lovely side of pig's liver. The look of pure horror that washes over her face is immediate. Turns out, pride tastes a lot like, fried insects. So what's her first move? Admit she made a mistake. Of course not. She immediately starts blaming the waiter. She's accusing him of insulting her, asking why he didn't tell her what she was ordering, and he very calmly has to remind her that he actually did try to warn her, but she refused to listen. And just like that, with her pride now served crispy and fried, the tables have completely turned. The son-in-law starts to step in, but before he can even say anything, she makes one last desperate play to get out of this. Yep. With her pride totally shattered, she switches from arrogance to emotional blackmail.
She tearfully says, "I am like your mother. Your late mother asked me to look after you." It is a Hail Mary pass, hoping to appeal to his sentimental side to avoid eating fried cockroaches.
But it doesn't work. Not even a little bit. The son-in-law sees right through her maya kana, which is a fantastic Bengali phrase for crocodile tears, fake crying. He tells her the drama isn't going to work. She made her bed of fried frogs, and now, well, she's got to eat in it.
And that brings us to the big takeaway here. This whole hilarious mess wasn't because of a language barrier or an adventurous appetite. It was all because of pride. And it kind of makes you think, doesn't it? How often in our own lives does the fear of looking unsophisticated lead us to make a choice that ends up costing us a whole lot more than the price on the menu?